Hi, my name's Emma. I'm a former ICU bedside nurse and I now work at Trusted Health full-time. I want to take the chance today to tell you about my journey into the healthcare tech world and where it started, what I learned along the way, and hopefully a little inspiration for you to take that first leap and do what you've always wanted to do. I want to take you back a little bit to when I first heard about travel nursing. The first time I heard about travel nursing, I was really excited by the opportunity, but incredibly scared as well. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't know, so I dug deep on online forums and really learned all I could. It was in learning all I could on these online forums that I realized that there was a serious problem in the industry. All of these nurses were not prepared for this change that they were about to embark on because they didn't have the resources they needed to learn what they need to know. For those of you that are familiar with travel nursing, I'm talking about taxes, I'm talking about where you're gonna stay, what you're gonna do when you get there, how you're gonna furnish your house. All of that stuff that's so scary about travel nursing is not presented to nurses in a way that's reliable and available for them to learn easily. So seeing that opportunity, I decided to do my very best, the limited experiences and resources that I had. I dove deep into YouTube and really learned all that I could about self-publishing, marketing, how to get the word out, and just decided to do it. I wrote a little book for a guide for travel nurses on how to take the first step into travel nursing. It was a very small change in a very big world, but it was at the time the best that I could do to bring positive change to an industry that so much needed it. Along that entire journey is where I found Trusted. Trusted was a company that I learned about in researching for my community and found that it was way too cool not to do something more with. So upon finding Trusted, I jumped in immediately, applied for the nurse advocate role, and that's where my journey in healthcare tech began. I got the role as a nurse advocate. I started turning my passion project of helping fellow travel nurses into my day job, which was a really cool experience, and got the opportunity to really help nurses in a more official capacity. And from there, realized the power of technology to do what I was already trying to do in a much bigger way. And really the power of technology to bring nurses to the patients that need them the most efficiently that we possibly can. So I totally nerded out from there, got super into the operations at Trusted, the way things work, and how we could take a smaller company and continue to build it to really have that change that I knew was possible in the industry. Throughout the next 4 years, I worked in various operational and now technical roles at Trusted. I'm now working at Trusted as a Salesforce admin, helping to develop process and automation and really diving into the technical side of making sure that our teams that support our nurses are doing the best that they can and really showing up the best that they can for every nurse that they interact with. This is my journey, and I hope that in sharing it with you, I'm able to kind of remind you that the first step is the most important one. And for me, that was really travel nursing. The first step towards jumping into travel nursing kind of reminded me that it's important to take risks and to take action towards the positive change that we want in the world.